Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. Today, some more interior carbon fiber. If you watched my last video, I had installed this true fiber center console, lower side panels. That was kind of a pain. Today, we're not doing a full carbon fiber replacement piece. We're doing another overlay, similar to, my radio overlay, my little spectrum lighting overlay, door handle stuff, steering wheel pieces. So today we'll be doing the HVAC control module, whatever overlay right there. It's going to go where these rings are. It's going to go behind those, all this black plastic right here. There is, I believe, one person offers an actual full replacement carbon fiber module, but I don't really care about stuff way back there you can't really see. And it's 5 times the price and 5 times the work. Of course, this whole console would have to come back out, as would your dash, your radio. And yeah, for that, I'm just going to do the overlay. So that is the reasoning behind that. And I'm also going to be doing the vent trim inner and the 2 outer ones here with carbon fiber red pieces. I'm going to be pulling off these aluminum rings. I like them, but the pieces I'm going with actually are full replacement. And when I say full replacement, they're still overlays, but they're going to actually cover all the way to the plastic. So you won't have any of that silver still to be shown. And it should look a little bit better flowing with the rest of the car. So I'm gonna check that out real quick, see what we're talking about. Here is the parts. Next Gen Speed, real carbon fiber, as all my parts are. Now, these aren't real carbon fiber complete replacement parts, as mentioned. They are real carbon fiber overlays. You can see here, it's got that nice solid carbon fiber. It's got the 3M pre-applied. And just like the other overlay pieces I have in the car, pretty straightforward. You want to clean the surface that you're going to be attaching to with the alcohol prep pad or some 99% alcohol and a cotton ball or something. Then you're going to want to make sure let it dry. Remove the tape, give it a little bit of heat on here. Make sure it's nice and kind of sticky. And then boom, you're going to apply it. Now make sure before you do take the tape off, do a quick test fit. Make sure it does fit. Nothing's no mismatch or any warped part, which could happen. And then once that's on, which I'm gonna remove the rings first before I apply that. Once that's on, then we go ahead and repeat the process for the inner rings, which are these ones. And then I have the outer rings still bagged up so I don't get them mixed up, but they are relatively different. So you should mix them up even if you do get them all unboxed at the same time. So here we are. And first thing is, I'm just gonna go ahead and add a little bit of heat with my heat gun here. It's pretty much all you really need for this. And I'm gonna heat up those rings in the car, heat them up, not so they're boiling hot. And I'm gonna pop those, all 4 aluminum rings off, wipe it down with some of this alcohol wipes. And then we're gonna move to doing the center overlay here. I have removed my aluminum rings. The outer ones are kind of a pain to get off. The inner ones were real easy. So I believe these are the inner ones. And you can see the comparison here. See how these will actually fully encase the entire rotating assembly for your vent, whereas these just, kind of barely sat on the very top lip. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe everything down. Then we're going ahead and we'll get this HVAC overlay ready to go. Back in the car, everything has been cleaned up. As you can see, the red aluminum rings around the vents are gone, and I'm in here with the HVAC overlay. You can see here, this little notch piece here is actually gonna be on the bottom. It's gonna kind of wedge between the warning hazard lights right there, and then the plastic right here. So what you're gonna do is, I'm just doing a quick test fit, and you want to you're gonna have to kind of squeeze a little bit, and there we go. And that gives you a general idea of how she will look. So you can see here, You still have the plastic here. So of course, if you did the full HVAC carbon fiber replacement, the whole unit, this would be carbon fiber over here. But I mean, look on it straight on. It pretty much covers everything real nice. You know, blends in real well with all of the other carbon fiber, and everything really matches together. Lots of black carbon fiber. That's why I went with the red carbon fiber rings to kind of just give a little bit more color. And actually have another piece that's going to go here, which will be a red hazard light trim ring. I don't have it yet, but I'll be adding that to help give me a little bit more color, so it's not just a wall of black carbon fiber. So I'm going to get this piece pulled out. I'm going to remove the 3M backing on the adhesive. We're going to give a little bit of heat to it, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply it. Here is the carbon fiber overlay in place. Went on pretty well. See here, you just want to make sure your buttons all click without binding, and your HVAC controls still spin without grinding on anything. Everything appears to be functional, so I believe we're good to go with this. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grab the center rings. And another thing to just check, make sure when you hold this down, once you apply it, you wanna just, give a good pressure on it for a solid minute. And then you go back and you don't wanna hear like squeaks. If it's creaking when you're pushing on pieces, then it didn't adhere completely everywhere. So make sure everything is good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the center rings, and we'll get those warmed up, adhesive paper backing removed, and get those installed. Same method, make sure you line up the width. I believe this is universally the same width around the whole width of this piece here. And then I'm hoping it doesn't go too far down and actually collide with this carbon fiber, which would suck. So I'm gonna give it a quick test fit, and then we're gonna get it installed. Here are the center rings. They're not actually installed yet. I was just holding them in place. You can hear it still spinning the vent. And I don't see it grinding on anything. It looks like a nice clean install, and you don't see gaps. So you don't see that silver sticking out. So it looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and, just like this HVAC overlay, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the paper backing, warm this up a little bit, maybe drop it, hopefully not. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get the two centered one installed, and then we'll take a look at the outer rings. And the center rings are in place. This one's a little bit tight to move, but it still does move, so not a big deal. I don't really hardly adjust this. This one moves real smooth. Nothing too bad. Got a little bit of gap down here outside the ring, but you can't really see it. It's just a gap between the HVAC overlay and the vent. But I mean, hardly noticeable. Plus, it's kind of behind this whole section here. So, looking from it straight on, like this, and yeah, it looks pretty sweet. Definitely an improvement over the aluminum rings, and these seem like they're on a lot better. So, everything working pretty good. Like I said, this one, I guess I'll move it with one finger, but it's a little bit harder just because I think it binds up just a little bit right here, but not to a point where it's been rendered unusable. Boom, no problem. So we're gonna go ahead and knock out the outer rings here and here, and I'm gonna go grab those. Here are the two outer carbon fiber rings. May not be super obvious, but these are slightly different sizes. Maybe see a little bit better here. See, this one's a little bit more of a point to it. This one's a little bit more rounded. This one will be the driver's side, the one that's not quite as long. Whereas this one, which has more sticks out a little bit further, is going to be the passenger side. So make sure you don't try to, you pull this tape off there without checking, slap this thing on there, because it's not going to fit right. This will not fully seat on the driver's side. I'm going to start with the driver's side. I'm gonna go ahead and show you real quick how she looks. And you're gonna have to make sure you have it flush against the dash. And yeah, looks great. I'm gonna go ahead and get the adhesive off both these things and get them attached. And that's a wrap. All of the pieces are in place. Everything looks good. Give everything a quick wipe down, but definitely need to do some detailing in here. It was a little bit dirty. But as you can see, the HVAC overlay, the carbon fiber full surround inner rings, and we have the outer rings. I'll go ahead and finish up this video. As always, it probably ran a little bit longer than it should. Hopefully this helped your decision if you want to go something similar or not. And as always, feel free to like, subscribe, leave me some comments. You know, let me know what else you'd like to see, or if any suggestions of some kind of videos you'd like me to do. I'll be happy to hopefully do as, you know, what you guys would like to see. Anyways, have a good one. Peace.